Hello and welcome to Gqeberha Town. I am Amila Skepe, and joining me today it is Jessica van Dijk, who is from SANCCOB. Jess, thank you so much for joining us on Gqeberha Town. How are you doing?
Hello, thank you for having me. Very well, and yourself?
Awesome. I'm doing good. Thank
Good.
you. So let's start with SANCCOB, right? How did the organization come to life and what is its core function?
Okay, I'm going to try and keep this as short as possible. We are ongoing now for just over 50 years. One single lady by the name of Althea Westphal rescued 60 penguins during a oil spill. And from that time, she did research and, just became this organization of SANCCOB.
Yes. And how did the collaboration between yourself as SANCCOB and For the Love of Nature hiking trails come about?
Yeah, so this is something that SANCCOB can offer the public. Where we're situated is a Cape Recife Nature Reserve with awesome hiking trails as well as a normal 5K trail, and just bringing everyone together, hikers, walkers, runners, to do something different.
Right. And how is the Penguin Plod going to practically assist these precious seabirds?
Well, first and foremost is bringing awareness to the public of SANCCOB and what
Yes.
we do, and then proceeds go to operations for SANCCOB, looking after and rehabilitation of birds.
And Jess, you recently mentioned how you've just released seabirds that have, or rather are ready to go back into the wild. Take us through a typical rehabilitation process of the seabird that are rescued, and how do you determine when they're ready?
Okay, so releasing or first admission on, let's talk about the typical rehabilitation.
Yes.
Depending on the injury of the African penguin, they could be emaciated, which is starving, predation, which is injuries from any predators out there, and then of course oil spills. So we admit them. They'll be checked. Blood smears will be checked to make sure that they're not bringing or have any diseases into the center. And the rehabilitation process starts. We have different starting points. If it's emaciated, we have a liquid diet to help them bring up weight. If it's predation, then it's making sure that wounds are clean and closed. And then if it's oil spills, that includes washing them and stabilizing them. To ensure that a penguin, for us to know when they're ready for releasing, there is a process. But ultimately, their under feathers need to, or their down feathers, the fluff underneath the feathers need to be bone dry.
And tell us more about the intensity of the oil spill.
I have gone through one oil spill, which was in September last year.
Yes.
Very much mixed emotions, very sad, lots of crying, because when you see them, it's like reality. But the rehabilitation process is incredible. The washing, it's all teamwork, and then releasing them as well as a group that came in for an oil spill is it's something incredible.
And what are the challenges that you face as an organization that is focused on penguin conservation in the region? And how does SANCCOB also maneuver around those challenges?
Most of first of all, our challenge is just getting in or making sure that people are aware of what we're doing. We are a non-profitable organization.
Yes.
We do rely on public for funding in kind, small things, fridges, freezers, just to keep our operations going. And maneuvering through them, we just keep going forward. Anything that comes our way, we'll sort it out. But our operations is our main core of making sure it runs smoothly.
Right. And tell us about the role of volunteers at SANCCOB.
My favorite subject. Volunteers are the heartbeat of SANCCOB.
Yes.
And I say this many times. So we have volunteers come in during the week. We have volunteers coming during the weekend, and every day is different. So we have a schedule or a routine that happens every day, but it's always something new at SANCCOB. I'm going to put an example there. I think we wash about 100 towels in a day.
Ooh.
So it's hanging up, it's washing, drying, hanging up, drying, folding. And that can literally take the whole day. So yes, it's volunteers are definitely the heartbeat of SANCCOB.
And one of the most interesting facts is how the fact that you can't really tell a penguin's gender. Tell us through that. Take us rather through that process. How can you tell the gender of a penguin?
So many people say that males are bigger, females are smaller, but it all depends on themselves. We've got tiny males and healthy females, and we also have the opposite. We do test their sex through blood tests, which we don't do with rehab because it's very stressful. But ultimately, that would determine what they are.
And tell us about their tags. What does the red tag mean, and what does the blue tag mean?
Okay, are you in rehabilitation now? Okay, so the rehabilitation, we have separate areas where they rehabilitate on ground, and then we have the swimming pool. Now those tags are pertaining to the swimming pool and how long they swim. This is part of the process, and it's also part of the process to test that if they can be released. So you have forced swims, you have no forced swims for those that are still in ICU that need to swim a bit for rehabilitation. But red and blue tags indicate the time that they are to be in the water.
Yeah, right. Okay. And now on the 3rd of August, the exciting times of the Penguin Plod, what can one anticipate, and how can the average person be a part of that?
Okay. Come and join the Plod. It's to the lighthouse and back. We are going to do a tour through SANCCOB with the group. And just getting out in nature. There will be food on for sale, and drinks and water, some prizes. A lot of our sponsors will be there as well, supporting everyone. And yeah, I think it's going to be awesome.
And where do we get the tickets?
Oh, tickets, right. So tickets, we are on Web Ticket. So if you search on Web Ticket, the Plod will come up because there's a little page dedicated to the Plod. And yeah, you can get a T-shirt through there as well. All instructions are on Web Ticket.
Right. Thank you so much, Jess, for joining us on Girl of Our Town.